So now we're past Melinda's surgery, we can get back full force on our projects around here. We've had a lot of stress over the past while. We didn't tell you guys about it. We've been running back and forth, dealing with doctors and just dealing with the whole thought process of it. But Melinda's healing great. She's doing so good, and we have that monkey off our back now. So I can put a lot of focus back in towards the boat. I can put a lot of focus in finishing the house now without all of that on my mind. And one of the things we're going to do here right now is we're going to go back to extending this tongue. Getting the welder set up here right now. Got the tube sitting here that we formed here a while back on a past video, and we're going to get on it. So I'm going to be real close to putting this boat in the water. But one thing I found yesterday that I'm going to have to do is right up here, the up and down on the tilt. Whoever tampered with this boat before, I tell you what, they need their ears pulled off, because if you click down, the outdrive goes up, and if you click up, it does nothing, which could have a bad relay. But no matter what, it's wired up backwards. Apparently they got the wire swapped. I was underneath there, I've seen somebody's been at it before. Just little BS things that just drive you crazy, how somebody could be so incompetent. Absolutely incompetent. Some very incompetent hands had their hands on this boat, but all these things can be overcome. So I have not yet went to the city to try to get a ball for this right here, so we can weld a ball right onto this little extended hitch. But even if I don't have it, the way I'm going to pin this, I can still use it. These chains, I'm going to put them on there, limiting how far this thing can rock to where this extended hitch is going to pivot down. So I can put those on as limiters, so it can only rock to a certain degree but not too far back. Then its own weight is going to drop back down even without a ball on there. Everybody, I changed my mic over to another task that I needed him on, and I've been out here working on this tongue extension, as you can see. So here is the new hitch, there is the extended tongue. I'll weld a ball on right there, and actually I don't even really have to, just tell you the truth, but I can. And then we weld it on these plates right here, and I'll put this big galvanized bolt through it right here that I've got. Big washer on each side, it'll get drilled through right here. And I'm offsetting it so it's not all the way back. In fact, I need to move it forward maybe about 3/4 of an inch. And I'm gonna put the bolt up towards the top, not in the middle of this, but up towards the top. Reason being, when it pivots, the back corner here don't come up and slam into this other tube up here on the tongue. So I want it where it has a little bit of a pivot point, and I want it drop down right here as well. I don't want it to be able to pinch somebody's hand in there. If somebody made a mistake, it can't slam down on their hand. I mean, it could to some point, but not to the point that it, would smash something right off. So we don't want to make a guillotine. I think it's going to come out absolutely perfect. Then we're going to weld these other two plates on like guides that'll keep this thing centered up. So got these other two plates right here. We'll weld them on right here. All right, so between bouncing other tasks, we got this tongue laid up here, got the other tabs welded in. Now, don't know if I need to really do anything else on that. I think that'll pretty much cover it. So the boat project is moved right along. Within the next couple of days, I'm wanting to get this boat back down in the water out there. Is it true? Huh? Is it true that if I finish the boat project and I have all this stuff out of the way, you'll be happy? Yeah, because Melinda needs all the space. Yeah, she needs all the space.
Well, it's kind of what you call to the brain, you know, free to the brain.
It's not bothering my brain at all, just yours. That's a woman for you right there. See, it don't matter which side of the pond you are on. Yeah, anyway, I'm just joking around there. It's gonna be nice to get this boat backed out of here. So it's shifting perfect now. We've cranked it up. I'm about to crank it again, and we run it through the gears again, and all of it seems to be shifting perfect. Reverse, forward. When we picked this boat up at Lake Colorado up in Luzon, the guys that helped load it on the trailer and move it forward got really rough and grabbed this trim tab right here and yanked on it and actually pulled part of the screws loose out of the back of the transom. So just now I had Joel to pull that off. We filled those holes full of marine epoxy, and then I got some longer stainless steel screws here, same diameter, just longer, and we put in there. But I seen that actually had a couple different sizes in it, didn't it, Joel? Somebody's put different pieces in there before. Yeah, it had some little small ones, and it had a bigger one, and then this one here that those guys broke. Yeah, just mixing. So I put them all one size, all this nice big size down in the fresh wood. Oh yeah, one more, and one was missing over here. So he's about to put that in. That way we don't have water weeping into the transom, into the core of the wood in there. I'm gonna look at the tide chart. I'm gonna go up here and I think start moving stuff in the garage so I can back my white truck in. And I'm wanting to do a wet test on this. Now I've been running it on the muffs, but the next wet test I'm wanting to do is to leave it sitting on the trailer. I'm gonna go get my ratchet straps and strap it down to the trailer. Yeah, I'm so excited because I think the boat is ready to launch. Now, not launch off the trailer, but back into the water and do a wet test. Make sure the transom is not leaking. Make sure I don't have any through holes leaking, like the pipes goes up to the macerator that come in underneath the bottom of the boat, around the sonar pickup down there that is right underneath the bottom of the boat as well. Just everywhere. Now, right now, all in the engine bay is completely dry, even with running the engine off the muff. So that tells me that there is no leaks on any of the cooling system inside the boat, not even one single drip, which is what you want. So if I back it in the water and I run it sitting there in the water and any water shows up at all inside the boat, that means I have something weeping somewhere. Tide chart says that the next high tide's coming in at 10:38 tonight. So we've been clearing everything out of the way. David's been helping us here. Yeah, my friend David's hanging out with me out here today and he's helped me work on the boat here today too, man. I enjoy that. Enjoy it. It's one of the things that I noticed around here is a lot of the expats that come here, they come here, man, they don't want to touch nothing. They don't want to get their hands dirty. I think they just want to sit at coffee shops, meet at restaurants, sit at home, watch TV. Retire for them is retired. But I'm 54. I've been here in the Philippines since I was freaking 35 or 6 or something. So yeah, I always just treat this just like back in the US. I just get down on it. Let's start this boat up. Well, here it is. It's about 8:30 at night, and I'm about to back my truck in down through the garage and out back here to the Bakubo and connect onto that boat. And I'm gonna back it down the ramp. I may or I may not put it in the water tonight. I'm about to see. But no matter what, I'm gonna start backing it out from underneath in there and at least have it ready for tomorrow. But I might do it tonight. We're about to find out. Well, I'm back to here, but before I back on out down there, I want to remove the water hose. I don't want to drive over my hose.
I don't know how far off these rocks.
The boat's listening. You hear that? That's water. Remember that? I know it's been so long since you've seen water. So I'm rocking it back, but I was very happy that the tongue did just what I wanted. It got right back here to the water and it pivoted back perfect on its own. Actually, I probably could have let a little bit more slack out in that chain, let it pivot more. And it's just right to the water right now. Yeah, I'm just about to put it in, so I'm gonna go ahead and back in. Man, I got a long ways with the truck still on the stone too. Look at that, David. I got a long way, so we're about to see what happens here. See, this is where rollers would come in, right here. Well, the tide is in for the afternoon. It's not going to be as high of a tide as it was last night, and just briefly, but it's up enough that it's on to the raw water intake ports on the out drive, so I can crank the motor here and safely let it circulate water and just sit out here and run. Kind of got it at a little idled up speed here right now. Still just looking for any kind of mistake, something maybe I possibly missed. I let it sit out here and soak in the water last night, and looking for any kind of leaks on the transom. It shifts in nice and smooth. Two pasty old white dudes. Look like brothers.